Hey there, Thomas Bartke here with Trackify, and it's that time again that we have to make some new videos because so much in Facebook and a little bit in Trackify has changed that it's becoming a little bit tricky to find things in the places where they are in, in the last generation of videos that we have up on the site and to help you find your way. So here it is. This is going to be a video about the catalog feed and the catalog in Facebook and how to use it. And we'll also make another video about how to use the catalog feed effectively in dynamic product ads. So if you see any different colors here or slightly different layout of things, don't get freaked out about that. Everything is still the same, but we're constantly tweaking the user interface in Trackify to make it more intuitive and better to use and easier to use for you. So with that said, let's just jump in. The catalog and feed has two places where you can access and do something about it. One is right here in the settings tab. This is we're in the settings, in the Trackify settings. And the Trackify settings has 4 tabs like this. One of them is catalog and feed, but then it's also here catalogs and feed inside the Facebook tools menu. And the way this works is this here is kind of like a quick and dirty, very simplified, very easy way to just create a feed, create a catalog, and be done with it to avoid some Facebook pixel helper errors. And it works perfectly fine, particularly if you're not running DPA ads. But even if you are running DPA ads, this is a great starting point to just having created your Facebook feed and your Facebook catalog this way is a great way to kick things off. And let's just actually do this. I'm just going to hit Save and Build Catalog here to see what to show you what happens. It actually rebuilds the feed. It creates a new catalog in Facebook, no matter if you've already had created one before or not. And we're going to be able to see this in just a minute. So basically all you need to do here is just create. Select a Google product catalog that a Google product category that best fits in general most of the products in your store. This does not have to be super accurate. Something very general, very generic is fine. If you're selling shirts, just select shirts and tops. If you're selling even something more generic, you can just put apparel in here, put apparel and accessories. If you're selling kitchen items, you just go here for something like kitchen and dining, something like that, right? So just do something really generic and simple, and then you save it, and when you hit Save and Build Catalog, it will always build a new catalog. You see now I'm hitting this again, Save and Build Catalog. So it'll always build a new catalog in Facebook. And once you see that, if you do this multiple times, you'll see that you have multiple catalogs at Facebook, and then you can delete them, the ones that you're not using or the older ones. It doesn't matter. You only really need one catalog and catalog feed. So now let's jump over to the more sophisticated tool, which is this one over here. And you can see here in this list now, it is showing all the catalogs that you have previously created inside this business manager. Okay, so here this pop-up shows all the business managers that you have access to. It is important to be aware which business manager you're using to place the catalog in. Okay, so catalogs is really the only feature inside of Trackify that matters which business manager you select, because the catalogs live not inside ad accounts but inside business managers. Okay, so because of that, you have to select the business manager that you want to pull up the list of catalogs that you have. And also you have to select the business manager to add another catalog when you create a new one. Okay, so right here you can see now there are different times set here. These two are the ones that we just created just now. And you can see there is a little bit of information here about each catalog. So the last upload time is logged in here, and the next upload is scheduled here. And here you can also see which schedule is selected for the automatic update to Facebook. So Facebook automatically fetches the most current version of the Facebook feed from Trackify according to the schedule. And you can see here, currently the default schedule that is selected there is hourly. So every hour, this feed file, the feed file from Trackify, will be re-uploaded to the Facebook catalog and automatically update the catalog with anything that is going on. So now we have two warnings here. This is something we can go in a little bit. I'm going to show you how to dig into the Facebook catalog on the Facebook end through this tool here. But before we do this, let's just go through doing a little bit more refined work to the Facebook feed. And I'll show you here how to get a couple of different settings that are maybe worth tweaking once you get ready to run dynamic product ads on Facebook. Now, before you run dynamic product ads, there's no reason whatsoever to set these settings or worry about it or anything like that. Dynamic product ads will start working, will start gathering data once you create the catalog, which is what we just did in the simple version, right, in the simple menu. And then also they start working as soon as you launch DPA ads. But before you launch DPA ads, there's no reason to do anything refined to the catalog to make the DPA ads work better. Okay, that is patently sufficient if you do that once you actually ready to launch DPA ads in your own account. So when you're ready to do this, you go in here, and one thing you want to tweak is this URL. This URL here is by default set to whatever the My Shopify name is. So in this particular case, the My Shopify name is actually redretarget.myshopify.com. Now, this, whatever this says here, has an effect on the links that are built into the catalog feed. So in order for those links to be the best they can be, you do want to edit this and change it to whatever is appropriate. Now, here's what's appropriate. You click Edit here, and then you want to go to your storefront. I can't do it at this particular store right now because it actually doesn't have a domain other than the My Shopify domain is assigned to it. But your Shopify store most likely has that. So you just go to your homepage of your store and you copy and paste the link that you have there, that you see there. Whatever it says, your domain might say shop.kitchenutensils.com or whatever your shop name is. Or it might say www.domain name. Or it might just say domain name. Okay, so whatever it is, you take that and copy it from your storefront page, from the home page of your store, and you copy it from there, and then you paste it into this, like whoa, not like that. Well, so like this. Let's just say we had this going on, okay? So you paste it like this. Now, the other thing you want to look for in this place, in the storefront page, is whether or not you have HTTPS enabled. If it says https.shop.redretarget.com, you want to select this down here and select it like this. If it doesn't, then you want to keep it on HTTP, okay? So there's that. Then you hit update. You can see now this is here, the actual link. And now this is the actual domain name that is going to be used in all of the product links and the image links that are built into the Facebook catalog, into the Facebook catalog feed. All right, good. So there you go. That's that part. And that's all there is to it on this tab, really. Over here, the next tab has the Google categories. And you can see here, there's a whole bunch of test stuff going on here in this particular store. So you can see here what happens when Trackify loads, it reads in all of the product types that you have set up in your in your Shopify store. So product types are right here. When you go to your product list in your Shopify store, right here you can see all the product types right here, right? So if we go ahead and if you happen to, change this, let's say, let's do something here that is not there yet. So we're going to create a tea mugs product type, and then we're going to come over here and reload this page, and then you will see that this new tea mugs category is all of a sudden going to show up there. Here you can see it shows up at the very top of the list, and it's highlighted in this kind of bluish greenish highlight color, and that just goes to show that here's something that you need to review and just make sure whether this has been matched properly or not, or what's going on if you need to change it, right? So also in the, so there you go. So with that, now I would just go here and in this particular case, just type mugs and select the mugs category, and that would be the right thing to do. Then you hit save. Then, let's see, is it saved? Okay. Okay, well, this is this is the developer version of the app right now, so there may be something that isn't quite connected. So you save it, and then once it's saved, you come back here and you just let it do its thing. There you go. It did save. So parts are updated. All right, great. Then we just rebuild the feed. This is actually also going to happen automatically, so you don't need to do this manually. It'll all be taken care of automatically as well. Just if you're working on it and you want to just get it done right away, you can do it manually. Okay. All right. So then you could add a catalog here as well. And this would work pretty much exactly the same way as it does in the simplified version of the dialog that I showed before. So you could, name the catalog here or something like this, and then just go to create catalog, and it will set up another catalog, another new catalog on Facebook that is now going to contain this updated version of the feed. And then it goes back to the first tab and it shows, okay, it's uploading yet another catalog. It's right here, this one right here. Okay, so this is a small catalog, actually goes very fast to upload this. So actually the new one is right here. This is the one that we just created, and you can see here it is uploading. So after a few minutes this will be done and the status will be updated. So now let's just click over to Facebook and I'll show you the other part. So in order to further manage these catalogs and further other catalog features in Facebook, you just click on the catalog name. That brings you over here, and that brings you into this area. So now let me just this is usually kind of a little messy here, but particularly in my case, because I'm working with a pixel that has no traffic and a catalog feed that is just on a test store. So in real life, this is going to be a little different. So, but right here, this actually happens quite frequently when you're just starting with Trackify, when you're just starting with Shopify, and you're just setting up a brand new catalog. Then it will say something like missing add to cart purchase view content events in this pixel that you've selected here with this catalog. And this is something you can just right off the bat completely ignore, because the problem is these errors and these warnings that are related to pixel events always refer to past time frames, okay? These are not reflecting something that happens right now. So when you're just changing the setup of your pixel by getting started with Trackify, or you just changed something inside Trackify and just created a new catalog right here, then these events are missing because Facebook refers to past event data with this information here. And that's just something that those will go away as soon as you start using Trackify and put traffic to the store, so that Facebook sees then, oh, I'm actually getting these events. Okay, great, right? And so, I mean, the purchase event might be missing until you get a few more purchases, right? So these things always refer to past data, and they update after a while, after you make some changes and fix things. Okay, so then here's some issues. Issues are usually fairly self-explanatory. So for example, in this particular case, it says issues about the data sources. The field contains all uppercase letters, title, in this catalog we're looking at, and there's one product affected. And you see, okay, well, let's take a look at it. It says the title field has all caps, and as you can see here, yeah, that's right, they are all caps here. Well, they are all caps here because you have all caps in your Shopify store. So in order to fix this, you just need to go over to this product and change the title of the product in Shopify so that it doesn't have all caps anymore. Okay. Here's the ID, so you can easily find the product. I mean, typically you will just recognize the product, so you can just copy the title here, go to the product list, pull up the product like this, go in here, come over here, put put it like this, the way that Facebook likes it, save it, and you're done. So now, this here, the fact that you just updated this product, has automatically slated the Facebook feed for automatic rebuilding. Okay, so there's no need to go in there manually and rebuild the feed. And since the feed is now currently updating hourly to Facebook, there's really typically no reason to do anything about this manually. Just let it go and let it do its thing. And after about an hour at the most, you will see that this this error here, or this warning, will have gone away, and because you just fixed the issue, right? And so all the other issues that you might see here, so here's the next issue: please provide GTIN for this product. Well, let's see what that is. I've not seen that before. So this says GTIN. Let's see here what this says. Oh yeah, so it says mobile phones should contain GTIN. Okay, well, so we're actually not actually selling mobile phones, so that just means that somehow this Google product category here slipped through, and we got a mobile phone category that requires some additional information. So that is something that we would need to fix right over in here. And here you can see, here's where the mobile phone is. It's just a test category, so it really is meaningless. So you would probably, like, if you're selling mobile phone accessories, then you select mobile phone accessories there, and that fixes that. This is an interesting one here. This always goes wrong. So like when you have a tank top, it always wants to sell tanks, but storage tanks, but you just correct it like this, and there you go. So yeah, so you can, you can change anything, everything here, and correct it manually, and then save it, and it'll stay that way. And then after you save it, you can just let it go and wait for the feed to automatically rebuild, and then automatically upload to Facebook and update to Facebook within the hour. So there's typically not a big reason to mess around with this and do all these steps manually and double check here and go over here and do stuff, right? Okay, so these are the warnings, these are the errors. Now, one interesting thing that you might want to consider, that I always like to show, is building product sets based on RR track tags. This is one of the most powerful ways that you can use to improve the performance of your DPAs. That is, coordinating the target audiences with the niche products, with the niche to which the products belong that are going to be shown in the carousel ad that you're building, right? So you just do this, you go build, create a set, and then you go over here and you go select select product type from here, and then here you want to select contains. That's very important that you don't put you know, is any of these or is not. Just put contains, and then here when you wait, this is a dynamic menu. It pulls up all of the values that are in there. You can see what's here. You can just select one of those, and as you can see, so you know, you can just select beer and it'll have the two products that are there where this tag applies. Or you select cat and it has the two products where the cat tag is applied. And now this is all obviously just all demonstration stores, so you can see they're all just very small categories. But in a real store where you have, you know, many products and you have those tags properly assigned and associated, it's going to be really cool and really easy to build smaller catalog sets out of the same feed. Okay, so then you want to name them something, whatever, right? All mugs, you do it like this, or let's go in again and do it the same way. Again, like before, contains beer products, like that. Right? And there you go. Then you have all these different product sets. You also want to, usually I create one for all. And all is usually pretty easy to do like this. This, by the way, this is also a good way. Now we've messed around with currencies there. So currently there's euros applies in this particular store. So you'll select whatever applies to your store and it'll work. This, by the way, is an interesting filter where you can exclude free plus shipping products. If you have any free plus shipping products in your store and you don't want to show them in the retargeting ads and DPAs, you can just exclude them by creating this here, all retail products. Let's say we call that all retail, and that would give you a list of all the products that are, you know, that cost something, that have a price greater than 0. You can also use our track tags to selectively exclude certain products. Or the other thing that I like to do is set up a sale, like a special deal set, and I do that also by just tagging those products with you know, an RR track special, or RR track Black Friday, or something like that, right? So then you can just tag all the products that you want to include in that special and create a set based on that tag. Or you can also tag products that you want to exclude from the feed and then exclude that field, exclude that tag. So in this case, you would then say does not contain, and then whatever whatever the excluded product is, right? So now we're we happen to exclude mugs, so we just say all but mugs, and there you go. And you can see you have different combinations here. Some products are in multiple product sets, and you know, some are just in one, and however the tags apply. So you can get very creative there and use those tags in a very flexible way to build a catalog set that is specific and that you use specifically to target in a certain way in your DPA ads. All right? Okay, well, I think that is pretty much all I wanted to show here in this updated video. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, you have a way to find everything and you know, look for everything here. So we're inside this catalog. Here are the settings. Inside the settings, there's the pixels here. You can select more event sources for the same product. You can also go to the actual what was I going to show you here? the actual product feed. But see, this is something that now went over to a different place. So here you go, data sources. Here you can access the actual feed. This here is a data source, so this is a feed. And when you click in this, you get to this place where you can find feed settings right here. So that has become a little bit harder to find. And here you could actually click this. Here's where you find this Fetch Now button. You can actually fetch the feed instantly by clicking on this. You can also modify the schedule here. So if you say, well, I don't really need to have this done every hour, I just want to make it daily, that's fine, or weekly, that's fine. And then you just select a time here when the feed is going to be updated every day. So that is something you can do here. User and password, always leave this blank. If you wanted to change the actual feed, you could do that here. Actually replace the feed within the same catalog, but there's usually not a need for that. So if you have any kind of strange ideas about what you might want to do or how to tweak things, then just get in touch with us through the in-app chat here and just let us know what you need, and we'll help you out and help you tweak things in ways that make the most sense. All right, so you can see this last feed here that we just uploaded has now completed. This has been updated here. It's set to schedule hourly. So yeah, this is the tool, and as you can see, it kind of combines with what you can do in here about the feed, and then clicking through to the catalog. If you wanted to delete catalogs, you can do this now actually from here. This will actually take out this catalog, and it should take it out all the way from Facebook. So now we have 4 left. Yeah, you can verify that on your own. But so this is a cool new enhancement. This video that we just made, I think I'm going to put this right here, because that is going to be relevant to exactly what you need to be doing here. So we're going to have that in here. But there are other videos. Whenever you see tabs like this in the new interface and there's a video here, these are going to be different videos on every tab where you see a video icon. Okay, so make sure you look at those and check them all out. All right, this is it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Thomas Bartke signing off.